Wait. Hey peeps, Erin Warrior here. So as some of you know, I was presenting yesterday at the exercise conference for New Zealand to other trainers and health professionals. And now that that's over, I can start posting here again because I really get very focused on whatever my next event is and I just start bombing through information. As a quad right being, I forget what I do know, and it helps me to collate and process the information to basically saturate myself in all my favorite people that research in various areas. Anyway, it has reminded me, especially as I've had more people coming through my client list with breast implants lately, about breast implant disease. And I have some really good friends who they do a lot of, injections into their face and Botox and things like this. And we talk fairly openly about it and a nod to my friends who are willing to discuss like their desire for beauty even over their health, because some will say that. So I think you should always choose what you want to do, but I think you should do it informed. And the reality is that I don't think people are being informed when we're talking about thousands of dollars and people making money out of you. This is the reality of the food industry. This is the reality of the medical industry. This is the reality of the beauty industry. Of course it is, right? They're going to tell you that there are very few side effects, that, heaps of people have these things done, blah, 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 blah. Well, friend of mine who had her breast implants for over 10 years started to realize something was seriously fucking wrong with her. And she was just tired. She felt sick all the time. Her immune system was severely compromised, et cetera, et cetera. And I think something in her intuition kind of nudged her towards investigating her breast implants. There is a series of women out there who are getting their breast implants removed because of something they're calling BID, Breast Implant Disease. This makes total sense to me. I always wondered how you could put anything in the body, understanding how the immune system works, and not have the immune system arm up in inflammation. All these women, when they have their breast implants removed, report feeling better when they wake up from surgery, and they've undergone serious surgery under anesthetic. You don't feel good after anesthetic. You feel drowsy and fucked up, and they all feel 10 times better immediately. Like, it's immediate for them. And they're still debating whether breast implant disease exists. It's funny, we can talk about all sorts of autoimmune conditions, ones we don't even understand, ones we don't, you've got some sort of an autoimmune flare-up. But somehow we're not giving credit to the fact that breast implant disease, which is basically I put a foreign object in my body, that happened to be breasts in this situation, and my immune system went, my whole system went, what the fuck is this? And it went, it's foreign, it shouldn't be here, and I'm going to do what a good immune system does. I am going to fight it. Now, you leave breast implants in your body for how long? So you are creating inflammation. Now, here's the thing. Your HPA axis, which is what I talked about yesterday, your hypothalamus, which governs the response of the pituitary, the mother gland, which then knocks onto the adrenal system, which is where you're creating a whole bunch of hormones, including your reproductive hormones and your stress and your repair hormones. Everything's coming out of there. That whole system is going to get kicked off by a foreign body, and it's going to throw out inflammation. And inflammation over time is going to create more and more and more problems in an attempt to keep you well, keep you safe, and keep it so that at least in the very short term, you can still run from the tiger. And that's the thing people don't understand about how your system works. It is going to prioritize you being able to run from the tiger over everything else, including reproduction. So people who are struggling with reproduction, and I've had clients who couldn't reproduce or struggled to hold pregnancy, who have now had babies. And they swear to God it's because I helped them. And actually, it's because they helped themselves. It's because they recognized something was not correct in their body. It could be helped naturally because the body wants to heal itself. And as a result, we just rebalance the system. Now, there's going to be people out there with their breast implants who goes, well, can I keep my breast implants? You can. Can you lower every other stressor in your life? And if you can, you might just get away with it. Will you be optimal by my measure? No, you won't. because your body is still going to throw out inflammation in order to fight those breast implants. And that's just the way it is. If I pump Botox into my face, because botulism is a naturally occurring reality and we all have a bit of these things in us, does it matter? Yeah, you're putting concentrated levels of botulism into your face. You're putting Botox, even if it's synthesized, even if it's not made out here in nature, you're still injecting something that's not meant to be there in large quantities into your body. And the reason you get the freeze effect in your forehead, etc., is because your body is trying to block the botulism. Like it's not just the numbing, it's the response to it as well, right? Your body is having a reaction. They've been using Botox for years for all sorts of things. I've even heard of someone having it injected into their pelvic floor to stop hypertonic pelvic floor. Now, what's the problem with that? Well, you're band-aiding symptoms. That's the problem with that. You want to work with the aging in your face. As my beautician friend Ruby said to me recently, Ruby, Skin by Ruby, for those of you who want to know, she goes, and she's beautiful, 25. She goes, I honestly think good skin comes from good internal health. All the rest of it, which I use her products, I love them, they're great. All the rest of it, yep, I totally work on the outside too. Because you've got to be careful what you put on your skin too, because you're going to absorb it. This is an organ, right? But all the rest of it, I'm 44, I'm not wearing any makeup in this. I have picked decent lighting because bad lighting really isn't great on these cameras. But this is spirulina for 20-something years. This is taking vitamin B. This is taking excessive amounts of vitamin C. This is living clean and green. This is, I barely drink. These days I don't drink, right? They just naturally occurred because I didn't like the inflammation. You put something in your body that lasts, even though Botox is going to dissolve and be ejected out, even though, fillers, synthesized stuff. And yeah, I wonder about peptides. It's still my wondering. We're synthesizing these things. They're meant to be made by the body. It's going to go in. Yep. Is it bio-identical? Yes. Maybe it is. Maybe it's going to work. Maybe it isn't. I don't have all the answers, but I can tell you this. Folic acid versus folate, basically the same thing. One is synthesized, one isn't. One dirties up your genes, one does not. You get a genetic snip appearance in your system or a genetic flare in your system. Maybe you stop something stops working properly. Maybe you get more hay fever. Maybe you get, it's the gene, the DAO gene or DAO, right? Maybe you stop methylating properly and now you're not getting your B vitamins from your food, so you have to take a supplement. Maybe your liver stops producing glutathione because your liver is now struggling, throwing out bad heat, whatever it is, because the liver is part of your filtration system. Maybe your kidneys fall down. Now you're more anxious, etc., etc. You cannot put foreign things in your body, and I mean all foreign things. And yes, that includes knee replacements, for example. It's still, it's not meant to be in there. Your body is going to fight it. Would I avoid a knee replacement? Yeah, you want to talk to me about your upcoming knee replacement and whether you should have it done or not? Let's have a chat about where you're actually at, because I've seen plenty of people go through the process of being assessed for knees, and then they ask the crucial question, because I tell them to ask, is this knee replacement going to give me better functionality and leave me in less pain? And when the answer is no, you don't get the fucking knee replacement. And there is so much you can do. And joints are actually regenerative. You are designed to live to 120 years, and your organs are regenerative, and your body, it wants to be fucking correct, and it will go back to homeostasis if you give it a chance. That's why women are waking up after their breast removal surgery and feeling so much fucking better, because they just took the thing that was in the way out of the way of homeostasis, and it didn't have to fight as hard to try to get back there all of a sudden. Have a really good think before you shove stuff in your body that isn't meant to be there. And yes, I'm including painkillers and ayahuasca. And ayahuasca's a bit different. When you get into plant medicines and stuff like that, it's like, well, we're talking about poisons, but we use poisons as antioxidants. That's essentially what they are. Are we just looking at a powerful antioxidant process within the system? Maybe we are. That's a whole different discussion. But if your body is struggling to be unstressed, maybe try not to stress it out too much with some of these plant medicines, with marijuana, with alcohol, with all this sort of stuff as well. It's why, actually, talking about that, so you've got powerful antioxidants and things like kale and big leafy greens. For people who are having serious problems with their stomachs, which means they are quite a way down being hyper-stressed for a really long time, stuck in fight or flight, we cut out oxalates sometimes to give their stomach a rest. It's why the nose to tail diet works, right? Because it gets rid of all the lectins in the diet that actually irritate the gut. Should we not eat vegetables? Well, you're talking to a vegan, so I think that's ridiculous. But is there a reason people are doing some of these things? Yes, absolutely. It's because they are trying to lower the stresses on their system that their body can no longer handle because it has been under sustained stress for an extended period of time. Why is it under sustained stress for an extended period of time? Largely because of this, because of what's going on up here and how you've been programmed and conditioned. And that's why all of this stuff that I do and that I've been doing for years, where I'm trying to recenter the body, is great. But you can't recenter the body if you don't also try to recenter the mind, and that needs to be part of your process too. But you can absolutely start with the body, or you can start with the mind. The body is usually easier because you identify with the body more than you identify with your fifth dimensional self, because you have become so disconnected, you are even disconnected from the body. So I'm not saying that's everyone, of course. I'm just saying that that's the reality for a lot of people. It was certainly my reality when I was in my teens and I was struggling to work out where I fitted into the world. Have a great day. Erin Zen Warrior signing out. If you have any questions, please ask them. It's super cool, some people coming and talking to me about some of the stuff behind the scenes. Also, I have one coming up on melatonin, which is basically the same thing. Watch what you throw into your body that your body is meant to synthesize. Have a great day.